Hello friends, today we'll discuss an important topic on vascular families coding. This is actually used mainly in IR coding, intervention radiology coding. So it is very important chapter. So we'll just find out what are the rules used in coding these vascular families. So first rule, as per my knowledge, which I see, it is you have to code each vascular family separately. This is very important because each vascular family is different, because all the vascular families, they all arise from the aorta. So each vascular family becomes different. So when you code it, you have to code it separately. So whether in upper extremity or lower extremity, you'll code it separately. There are different vascular families. If you see the vascular family chart, you will come to know there are so many arteries in those families. So each vascular families, we have to code it separately as per the documentation in the medical report. Second rule is very important because many coders don't know what is selective and non-selective catheterization. So the thing is, we have to understand the movement of catheter first. If the catheter is in aorta, it is still non-selective. When it passes aorta and enters into any branch of aorta, so that portion will start into selective catheterization. So when the catheter passes aorta and enter into vascular family, it turns from non-selective to selective catheterization. So here I have explained it in simple language. Catheter placed in aorta is always non-selective. Once it crosses aorta and entered into a vascular family, it becomes selective. So once it becomes selective, so that selective catheterization will include the non-selective catheterization. So you don't have to code the non-selective code which we use commonly like 36200 for aorta catheterization. So that code will get included once the catheter passes the aorta and enter into a vascular family. So selective catheterization always include non-selective catheterization. This is very important to remember when coding these vascular families. The second, third, whatever rule you want to say now, code for the highest of each vascular family from same axis. So here you have to code to the highest order in each vascular family, because if you see, once the catheter moves from a particular artery, like for example, if I have given A, B, C artery, if it moves from A to B artery, then B to C artery, so the catheter has to come to C artery, but we have the same process going on from A to B, B to C artery for same axis. So when we code the C artery catheterization, automatically the A and B code will get included into the order of the catheterization for C artery. So here the highest order we code for C artery will automatically include the A and B code. So that is the reason we are excluding the initial, secondary, whatever catheterization, and we are coding only the distal one or the last catheterization till where the catheter has reached. So we are, for example, here saying that the catheter has reached from A to B to C. So we'll code the last point of the catheter where it is placed. So here the highest order will come as per the example. We'll code the highest catheterization for C artery. So here only the highest order will be coded, and that should be from same axis. This is also very important, that catheter should be moving from same axis to different order of the catheterization. It should not be different from other axes. So this is also very important point. So next important point, now only I have explained that each axis separately we have to code in vascular family. So if you are taking separate axis, so you have to code that as a different process. If first access, if you are taking for a vascular family, you will code it separately. But if you are taking again a same second access and you are again working on the same vascular family, that same second access will start from 0. So you have to code all the procedure which is taking place through second access, and you have to code it separately. You cannot say like you have to include it in first access, because the whole process will start from initial things like 0. So you have to code it as a separately. So each access we have to code separately in for a vascular family. Now some examples, if we check here, I have captured some examples like a catheter is placed in aorta, but that is not moved into any other vessel. How it should be coded? Since it is not moved from aorta, so it is still non-selective. For non-selective catheterization, we are coding 36200. So here rationally you can see the code 3620 is assigned when the catheter is placed into the aorta for any access and is not further advanced into selective vessel. So the catheter has not moved from aorta and it's still there, and it is not moved into any vascular family. So we will code only 36200 in this case. Another example here, when a catheter is moved from aorta into a celiac artery, the degree of selectivity is this. So here the catheter has now moved from aorta to its branch where celiac artery is there. So now from non-selective to it has become selective. And which order we have to select here is, now that is first branch, so we will code as the first order selective catheterization, because first celiac artery is arising from aorta. So as per rationale, first order selection means the catheter is moved into the vessel that arises directly from the aorta. So the celiac artery arises directly from aorta, making it is the first order catheterization. So this here it will be the answer, first order selective catheterization. The third example, when coding catheterization within a single vascular family, which rule applies? So here we have to code the distal catheterization, the highest one, the way till the catheter has reached. So here code only the farthest and the most distal catheterization. So here when we are coding a single vascular family, only the code for the farthest or most distal catheterization may be assigned. You should not code for vessel that is catheter passes through on the way to the final destination, because all those will get automatically included in the distal catheterization and the farthest catheterization code. So if you are coding the third order catheterization code, automatically the first and the second order catheterization will get included in the highest catheterization code. So thank you for watching this video. Please support us, and if you like the video, like and subscribe to my channel for more educational videos on medical coding. Thank you again.